Hello everybody, welcome to Ageless Rock channel where megalithic sites are seen from a different perspective. In this video, we are going to see some of the monuments that don't belong to this part of the world, but yet they are here. In fact, they don't belong to anywhere on this planet, simply because we don't have the technology to make them. Ollantaytambo is an underrated town where megalithic fans should not give it a miss. It has a lot less tourists compared to Machu Picchu, but there are no less amazing, impossible megalithic monuments for you to see. Let's start with the rock face known as Tunupa. From Incahuatana, you can see the granaries on Mount Pinkuyuna. But the attraction here in the photo for megalithic fans is actually the rock face. This rock face Tunupa stands out so obvious that you cannot miss the staring face even if you are extremely tired and sleepy. This rock face is just an interesting coincidence to most people, but to some it was carved out on purpose. To the locals, it is their god Tunupa looking down at them. But to me, this is an extremely unique rock face. It is actually an optical illusion where you can see the face from the side or from the front. Just like modern arts you can find on the internet, you can make with your own face if you know how to Photoshop graphics. You can say it is the front view or the side view. So the Incas were extremely advanced not only in shaping bedrock but also very advanced in arts and optical illusions. Regardless of what you think, the locals believe this is Tunupa, the guardian or deity of Ollantaytambo, making sure everything is okay. On this mountain, there is another face which I don't see mentioned very often. This guy is too small and too far to be noticeable. He is in the red box in the photo. If you can see Tunupa, you can pretty much see the Inca. From this angle, we can see an Inca warrior face with a headband. It is now clearer to see but also unclear if this is natural or man-made. The horizontal straight line is hardly a natural thing. I am beginning to doubt if this is a natural rock formation. It seems that on winter solstice, when the sun sets at Pinkuyuna, the sun rays will pass right along the eye of the Inca warrior. I wish someone would take a photo at the right time during winter solstice. Maybe because it is hard to catch and not impressive on photo, so therefore it is not famous. Look at this photo. This area below is called the Temple of Condor. Do you know why? Because the top of the hill has an impression of a condor. The condor is a sacred bird to the Incas, so this is called a temple. Try and imagine the head, the body, and the wings in the yellow outline. The head is particularly obvious. It is the top left side with a beak. The wing is pretty much covering the entire top right side of the mountain. The body is in the middle. Can you see it now? Pretty amazing image resemblance of a condor in Ollantaytambo. For this imaginary rock bird, we now have the Temple of Condor. Is this rock condor a coincidence, or a product of imagination, or carved out by ancient Inca devotees, remains a mystery for you to solve. Most tourists will be just admiring the stonework littered all over the lower land. We have no clue what happened here. It looks like just a quarry. But here is an interesting work I think is a clue to the tool used by the unknown ancient builders. I think this is the starting point of a cut. This is a clue of the mysterious unknown ancient builders making their first cut. There are no chisels involved in this type of unfinished tool marks. This surface was nicely flattened while the surrounding bedrock was left untouched. There are probably two pieces of stones that can come out of this bedrock. This nicely sliced bedrock was a perfect place to chisel simple inscriptions for modern archaeologists to read. I guarantee you, no ancient Incas made ladders to reach up here to dress it nicely with the intention to make a giant block of stone. Just like the famous inscription at Nisan Tepe in Turkey, whoever scribbles something will get the credit for the entire creation. The Turkic civilization that made an empire and had written documentations in libraries do not need to scribble randomly on bedrock exposed to destruction due to weathering. They did it anyway because the nice flat surface was already there. This is how we ended up looking at large blocks removed with butter slicing technology. This wall of living rock is a testimony of an unknown technology that leaves a smooth surface like glass on the bedrock. This is not a quarry because nobody in their right mind polishes bedrock quarry. After cutting the four sides and the front, how did unknown ancient builders slice the back of the slab to remove the slab from the bedrock? This is a puzzling method that proves it is the work of a mysterious technology we don't have. Not only they can be sliced out from the back, but also lowered to the ground level, waiting to be used. Megalithic mysteries always get deeper every time you find something. If Incas can do this type of stones 500 years ago, there will be plenty of them today made for houses and temples. Europeans will be learning from Incas how to custom-made stone blocks straight out of bedrock for customers. If you have the brain for reverse engineering, you might be able to solve the puzzle of how 6-sided blocks can be removed by slicing 5 sides. Then we will worship you because you can explain how this bedrock ended up like this. But then, when you think you got the idea, there's always a curveball that throws your theory off the chart. The mysterious builders have a tool that can move in any direction. I have yet to know what archaeologists have to say about this, other than the Incas were very hardworking people with primitive tools. Ollantaytambo is one of the best places to study unknown ancient builders' technology. But I guarantee you, your theories will fail. You have rock melting technology in the red box, butter slicing technology in the yellow box, and clay molding technology in the blue box. Your theories must be able to explain all 3 technologies to claim you know what happened here. Here is another mystery. Our quarries use machines that cut straight vertically down, but the unknown ancient builders can do this at an angle. Furthermore, this is not a long straight cut from the top because you have the mysterious protrusions blocking in the way. The angle of the wall of Inca Misana is most likely not a fancy thing to do. It is necessary to get a shadow from the protrusions that aims at a triangular dent in the yellow triangular box. This is a very advanced astronomical monument that we have no clue. Even if the knowledge survived till the Spanish arrived, they would have been systematically removed from the coming generations because they are typically perceived as demonic and makes you stay away from the biblical teachings. Whether you like it or not, it seems that during the equinoxes, it will show a man with a quina, which is an Incan flute. I don't have any photos here to show you, so I will leave that to your imagination. Maybe you can go there on a certain day and time to witness for yourself and come back with a tale of astronomically advanced Incas having fun with bedrock shadows. One of the most compelling evidence of the unknown ancient builders is this stone wheel. You can see this on your way up to see the Sun Gate if you hike the trail. You cannot say this is a stone door of underground tunnels like Derinkuyu in Turkey because there is no underground city here. Despite the fact that there are 2 stone wheels that I can see so far in Ollantaytambo, Incas didn't invent the wheel. They had no wheels when the Europeans arrived. They were and still are using llamas for transporting goods no more than 100 pounds or about 45 kilos. Adults don't even ride on them. Llamas are definitely useless for megalithic builders. There are plenty of evidences that this site was once occupied by an unknown civilization which used rock melting technology, as you can see from this block that blends perfectly onto the natural bedrock. These 2 blocks were tucked neatly on top of a bedrock. They are definitely out of place. 2 blocks with 4 false windows will never make sense to us, especially when we keep accusing the Incas did it with stone tools. There are no shortages of extremely large blocks of stones to see. With such physical evidence of impossible stone masonry, archaeologists around the world still cannot see that something is not right with the picture. Not the picture above, but rather the picture of Incan civilization. There are also no shortages of extremely weird tool marks on large stones to see. You cannot just conclude ancient Peruvians were mindlessly hardworking because the stones were in their backyard. I don't think the Incas were busy chipping away bedrock and moving megaton blocks but achieved nothing for themselves at the end of the day. Well, that's all for now. Hope you enjoy my short presentation on mysterious monuments at Ollantaytambo and see you next time. This is Bernie Ong signing out. Tupananchis Kama.